the episode tonight, but
All right, I'm about to go upstairs
okay.
because we're now talking in separate conversations. All right, hang with me.
He needs the light.
Hang with me.
What is up? What is up? How's it going? Yeah, I guess Zach is gonna stick to. He's gonna stick to.
Hello, loves.
He's gonna stick to his TikTok live. I wanted to show the people on Instagram some love. And what he doesn't know is I'm going to talk louder as he goes. No, what is up, guys? What is up? So he's about to get messy. It's weird because now we're in the same house and like he's talking about whatever he's talking about. And I have no idea what he's talking about.
For the week before we both fly out together to LA.
How was hanging out with Matt? Matt's great. Matt is a fun guy. He's a blast to hang out with. He is I've got nothing bad to say, guys. I mean, do I ever have anything bad to say? Come on, like let's be. I like to talk about the game and strictly the game because that's what I love. I love the Big Brother game. Yeah. Yeah. So there is that. We are going to LA for finale. That's where LA is, right? So, but we got so much planned ahead of us. It's crazy how much is going to be planned there. Truth or Dare tonight. That would be crazy. We did play Truth and Dare in the house, but I wasn't the best at, oh my gosh, that was crazy. Yeah. The only thing that really got a dare was like, oh, I dare you to curse. But I don't curse. So I was like, oh my Lord. Where's Zach? He went upstairs because he thought he was too cool for Instagram Live. And he went upstairs to stay on Instagram Live because again, he thinks Instagram, he likes TikTok Live better than Instagram Live. I just gotta show both some love because not everyone has TikTok, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I gotta show Instagram some love. Why don't I curse? I just don't find it necessary. I mean, cursing usually is like, I don't know, like, I don't find it necessary. They're bad words. I mean, what's one interesting fact about Keanu that you found cool? Maybe the whole Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I heard that it's pretty cool and, like, creative, and I told him that, like, I'll be down to play one day. But I don't know, I usually, like, yeah. Let's see. The what? Let's see. Do I think Keanu's last-ditch effort speech to Vince was good? It was the best he could have done. It's the best. I was saying that if you want to take a step further, that he gets Ashley and Vince and him, obviously him, Keanu, all in one room and say, look, it's not best for your game. And it's not best for Ashley's game. It's not best for my game. And you need to vote out. Like, you need to vote out Ava, keep me in the game, so I could take out Morgan, so you don't get like second place. Like, would that have really worked? Maybe, because like, it's hard to say because like I could imagine like. Because he could have that conversation with Vince, but then when Vince later talks to Ashley could be like, "No, I'm not gonna do that. It's crazy." Because then if they're both in the room, they might just be like, "Yeah, I agree. Let's do that. Let's do that." And then as soon as Keanu leaves, they're like, "Yeah, we're not doing that." Even though I think it would make, yeah, but it was really hard. But I say that pitch is better than no pitch, so. I think it's best as he could have done in that moment. So do I agree with everyone in the house right now that Vince is playing Morgan's game? I said this once. I said this a million times. As soon as he had somewhat credibility. He won HOHs. He put people up that made sense for his game, or he put people up that but when he put up Lauren in his last HOH, he lost credit. There is no way the jury is going to look that you put your number one or a close ally of yours up when you had other options. So people are going to be like, oh yeah, that there's no way could have been Vince's move, therefore it had to be Morgan's. So when he put up Lauren, even though Lauren didn't go home, that was just a bad look. That was just a bad look for a game, and it hurt his game tremendously, in my opinion. What is up? Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Give me one sec. Yeah, Morgan was like, relentless in that aspect. Like, she did not give Vince room to think. And that is a strat, where you're just you're talking to them so much that they can't think logically, they can't take a breather. But I think it's also important as a player, like Vince could have easily said, we're going in circles. Let's come back in an hour and we can talk about it, right? Like, you have to set those boundaries. Like Ava, she's did it. I don't want to talk to anybody, or we don't talk game. Like, you could set those boundaries. There is nothing stopping you from setting those boundaries. Like, hey, let's take a break. But Vince never did that. He continued to talk with Morgan. He continued to let Morgan go in circles. And when Morgan was getting upset, he just stayed there and took it. He could have been like, I'm not putting Lauren up, period. You could use it, but then that would only let me put up Ashley, and that would be on you. Because I'm not putting Lauren up, because it doesn't make sense for my game. That's period. And if what he could have done, since he's okay telling people what they wanted to hear, I think he could have told Morgan, like, there is no way. Like, he could have act kind of like naive, like, no, there's no way Lauren would have done it, no way. Like, he could just play naive. Well, I'm not gonna put Lauren up. There's no way. I don't believe it. And play like kind of like the naive like role. Like, Lauren just no way would go after Morgan, whether it's true or not. Even though Morgan would be frustrated, I think Morgan would have to forgive him, or will eventually forgive him. But who knows? There is that. I am thirsty as flip, guys. I am super thirsty, and I'm gonna take you guys with me to get some water. What is up, guys? What is up? I'm thirsty as flip. Hold on, I'm trying to read that. What the heck is that? Oh, it's my light, guys. Sorry. Hold on. My light is falling, guys. So sorry. Hold on. I'm trying to read. Okay, hold on. That is not working well, guys. Hold on. Give me 1 second. This sticky thingy is not... Oh, my lord. Do I even need the sticky thingy? I might have to end this live anyway soon because I have a lot to do. Oh my lord. Sorry, guys. What is up? What is up? I don't understand the question. So would that be the case for Keanu putting up Vince? Would that be the same scenario if Keanu made it to the final two chairs? What do you mean? Can you explain that a little bit? I don't understand the question yet. Let me think. If that would be the same Keanu if he's in the final two chairs. Like, he needs to take out Vince? Like, not take Vince? Do you build a version of the Tiny Vito? Not yet. I actually really wanted to, because it's starting to become more of a staple in Big Brother. But I studied this, what I believe is the best strategy to win that without building the comps. The comp just, like, building the comp just helps me confirm my strategy is correct and is the best version of it. But the thing about the Tiny Vito is that what people may not know, if you didn't look at the comp closely enough, when the comp was set back, the Tiny Vito is in this box, but this box underneath this box has springs, right? So it's not fully like if I had a table underneath this, I could rest my arm and use it as a pivot point. But if it has some springs to it and you lean your arm, it needs to have some give. So it forces the player to not rest their hand on a solid surface, making it harder to keep a steady hand. And that's basically what I wanted. Of course, I could make a solid box without the springs that makes it move. So that, and I just force myself, like, don't touch it. I might just do it that way. But the thing is, I really want to find, I can't think right now. I really want to find tweezers that are similar to the one in the show, because the tweezers have, like, I'm going to use this for example. The tweezers, like, say this is the tweezers, right? They have like a little bump, a little cylinder stopper that you can't really pass your hands on, so that you don't choke up on the tweezers, to make it harder. But to be fair, I mean, I could use chopsticks, but I feel like with tweezers they have a good grip towards the end, and I feel like chopsticks is a lot easier where you just slip it like that. And maybe I should do that just to make it more challenging, but I think tweezers was going to be hard enough. The cage comp is in the preview, also would be sick. Would imagine that might be simple to make. It really is simple. That one in the show looks pretty sturdy, so I could assume what the thing was made out of. I was thinking PVC pipes because it's light. It's, I think, a little bit more affordable, but it has a lot of give to it, and those nets have to be tight securely. So I don't know if it was PVC pipes. If it is PVC pipes, it has to be some thick PVC pipes, and the ropes have to be attached tightly. And since the ropes have to be, like, the net has to be tied firmly, it needs to be a thick PVC pipe. So that, let's see, hold on guys. It looked heavy. Ashley and Ava struggled. Yeah, it did. I think it's because when you're in a box, it's hard to push it from the middle. It's easy to push it from the top. It's basic leverage, right? Let me see. How did I talk about? What is this book? I'm gonna use this book. Granted, if there's nothing on it. Okay, I'm gonna use this book. So this is a book, right? Basic physics, this is leverage, which torque is like radius times force. So like, say if this was on a flat surface, it's easiest for me to move this object picking it up from this side because I have the most leverage, the most distance, the radius, times the force that is applied to it, right? If I decrease the radius and keep the force the same, I have to, there is less torque. Because torque is distance times radius. So if there's less radius, same torque, yeah, it's less torque, and you need that. So it's harder for me to pick up the book from with less distance, right? So when you think about it from a box point perspective, right, and you're trying to push the cube, imagine there's a square here. It's harder to push the cube over from the center. So you have to be, Ava is not that tall versus Morgan, so it's easier for Morgan to push from the top, and you also need momentum because you're kind of on the cube. So it has to be, so you need to be tall and you need to move quick and apply enough force to the top of it to flip the cube over. So that the cube does not favor shorter individuals. They do not favor individuals that, I guess, don't put a lot of force, because again, imagine you're in the cube. It's a lot harder to push the cube from the center versus, like, this is so easy to push the cube versus like this. Like I'm not pushing the cube that much, but when I apply the same force, it's a lot easier, right? And if that makes sense, like just from a physics standpoint. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I think when it comes, it's just, I wouldn't say basic physics, it is basic physics. But yeah, I would love. I told when I was watching when I did a live on TikTok and I was watching that comp live, like I know Keanu was studying it. I love that comp. I personally wanted to play it. I didn't know if they would ever bring it back because that comp should not come back regularly. It should come back every now and then. It came on season 16 and 17. And I love that comp simply because it was like, I love it was fun. It had a little bit of physical, but you also had to know the patterns to it. And I felt like that was really one easy one to win. But like once you get the pattern down, it's over. It's game over. Like I knew that if I ever played that, I would kill it. Keanu believed that if he played it, he would kill it. Because we knew the patterns. No one would ever study for it. It only appeared on 2 seasons and that was it. So it's like bruh, like it shouldn't come back because again, if you studied it, yeah. 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 So yeah, I didn't. Yeah, Morgan would have had that one in the bag just based off like how that comp is. Like what comp it's called. I call it the dice game. It's from seasons 16 and 17, and now season 27. 10 seasons later, he came back, and people would have like, yes, vote for Adrian, America's favorite player. Yes, I want to get third. I'm aiming for third. Because I think first place is obviously going to be Kanu. Second place is going to be Rachel. And then I'm hoping for third. So that's really what I'm shooting for is third. But I know the odds. But I guess I still got to fight for it. Gotta fight, bro. You gotta fight. And plus, there's a lot of people that support me, and I gotta be right with them. I gotta be right beside them. Like my Adrian Angels freaking rise like bread. Like let's freaking go. Adrian's number, yes, dude. Freak yes, dude. It's interesting to see, but it's funny because now I won't be able to play with newbies again, unfortunately. Of course, we did have Rachel in there, and she did, I would say, definitely had an impact on how the newbies played. But going back now, you definitely have a different strat. But like now, if you go into All Stars, you should have somewhat an idea of how each person plays, even though everyone could play differently. And I think you have to switch your strategies every time you do get back on Big Brother, because you can't let them know what's coming next, bro. You gotta be like, you gotta keep them you gotta keep them guessing, gotta keep them on their toes. So if I ever did go back, I mean, you guys would. I mean, I'm at heart, I'm still the same guy, but I think you would see a little bit different gameplay. But we'll see. Tips for getting on the show: be who you are and show that 1,000% is probably my biggest one. Is like you just need to like know who you are and show that because like you just got to be able to tell that story, right? I auditioned not in person. I sent the audition tape, and I prefer that because you had like if you decide like you mess up in your video, you just don't send it in. I think I only did I kept messing up like one part. I'm like, I don't want to use it, so I did it again. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna send it in. I sent it in. It's crazy because. Yeah, it's crazy how like my audition tape. I don't think I would ever share my audition tape just because it's like I don't know. It's crazy. Like you'd be like, who's that guy? I mean, it was still me, but like I don't know. I was yapping. I like to think sometimes I could be a D1 professional yapper. I could talk about nothing and everything. So there's that. Should we check in on Zach? Is that a thing? I kind of want to eavesdrop on Zach, low key. Should we eavesdrop on Zach? Guys, we only have 29 people in the chat. I know that if you if you keep liking, if you're doing nothing, I would like the live. The more likes it gets, I kid you not, it literally it sends that live to more people. But in the meantime, I think we should like kind of sneak up on Zach, guys. Right, okay. I'm gonna bully you guys, okay? I'm gonna keep you very, very close, okay? But let's sneak up on Zach, guys, okay? Okay, let's do it. Okay, guys. I'm getting real close. Hold on, guys.
The show Love Island is. Someone said that, like Love Island's insane. Yeah, it is. It is. It's crazy, but guys, I was watching it before like going on to Big Brother. Like I was paying attention to it, right? And yeah, it was. I think when I stopped watching, they were going into Casa more. I think. Thank you, Max Blue, for the love. I really appreciate that. Someone said Morgan ? For Love Island. First off, Love Island casts younger. Like I'm 27, turning 28 in December, so I'm basically unk status for Love Island. I will say. Hello, Adrian.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, they just cast younger. So Morgan just turned 33, I believe.
Yes, she is a dad.
I think she turned 33. So yeah. Are you still alive?
Absolutely, I can't leave the IG live hanging.
You guys said 34. She just turned 34. Yeah, like Love Island does not cast people that old, so she would not have the opportunity to go on Love Island. How's your life going?
Never say never, bro.
Let me see your life. Hello, Adrian's live.
Yeah, I said, should we crush the party? I don't know what you're talking about. I come up and he's talking about Love Island. Anyways, I was like, he's talking about I'm over here talking about Big Brother, and he's like, oh yeah, Love Island. Anyways, I was just eavesdropping. Bye. Cast Adrian on Love Island, that'd be absolutely crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I was like, I had to crash the party for a second. Hold on, I'm gonna put the light in your face real quick. Thank you guys. What's up? Let's see. Oh my gosh, that seems a little bit brutal, guys. They literally casted 27 years. Are you talking about like Love Island casting? How did I think the jury will react that Keanu wins American Player? They might be a little thrown off by it, but then I think they'll completely understand. I think they'll completely understand why. Because I think if you weren't aware of it in the house and then that happens, I think it's very quick for them to like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because once they get out, I think it makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, Keanu he left the house without, like, yeah. I mean, it was tough. Like, I'm pretty sure he felt, I wouldn't say defeated, but, like, I mean, it hurts when you lose. Like, it hurt for me, I'll tell you that. Yeah, that it hurts when you lose like that. You really love the Love Island show? Yeah. Well, guys, what time is it, man? Oh my gosh, it's late. Holy snap. I actually have to go. Okay, I'm really busy. I have a lot coming up, so I need to start planning for the future right now. And I will have to cut this live, and I will talk to you guys later. But I flipping freaking love you guys, okay? So much. So I'll see you guys later. With that being said, peace, guys.